What is up, YouTube? What is up, everyone that's out there watching this video, showing the support? For whatever reason you tuned in, so I appreciate it. Just gonna put this video out. Usually I make these little videos just to impart wisdom, experience, and just playing my role and helping others and trying to make this place a better place than I found it. I really don't have any desire to be known for none of this stuff that I talk about, and I don't have a plan or marketing strategy, none of that. I do this because I always question myself: how can I give back? How can I help the next man? How can I make a difference? And because I'm not physically capable of talking to everybody, I don't even have the time, honestly, to talk to other people as much as I want to, because I'm on my journey trying to get to a point where I have my school running and kind of cutting out people in my life that are not as committed, and not only just directly cutting them off, I want to give them and I want to impart in them the reasons why people are successful and why people fail and why people are, not reaching their full potential. And that's my quest, to understand what I did wrong, why I'm here, why things happen. And I always try to make sense of it to a point where it's either helping me grow, it's helping me understand, it's imparting wisdom in me. Therefore, I want to be able to impart wisdom into other people. So today is Thursday. I don't have to be at work till 11. That's my first appointment, but we open at 10. It's 9:21, and it's today's July 29th. So it's the end of the month. Usually the barber shop, it's a little bit slower towards the end of the month. A lot of people are running out of money, for most part, to spend on haircuts. So they wait till the beginning of the month and next pay, whatever. Because sometimes the first, this paycheck will cover, mortgage, rent, all the big bills. And I don't know if some barbers think like that, but yeah, out there, man, you got to understand how the pay system works. When people get paid, military or whoever you're cutting, teachers get paid once a month. So you got to know your customer, your client, and who you're targeting, and understand that. And that's part of marketing. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about real life and mental health, and just really to inspire people with my story and my journey. I want to share it, so hopefully it can reach one person out there. I don't need to reach everybody. I don't need 1,000 likes. I don't need 1,000 subscribers or whatever other people are trying to do. That's not my objective. My objective is to reach people with my story, being organic. I don't premeditate this stuff. I just, whatever happens in my life, in my morning, instead of just talking to myself or just talking to God, which I do, I want to talk to you guys, and really, hopefully, someone will make use of it. So today, I want to talk about excellence. Excellence is not a skill; it's an attitude, right? So your attitude dictates a lot of your day. I know a lot of us wake up, we get on Facebook, we get on YouTube, we get on whatever it is. Some of us have a desire to learn. Some of us have a desire to grow. And it's great because your mind's fresh in the morning. But a lot of us go on and we compare ourselves to other people's lives. Or, oh, look at that dude, he's on a boat. Oh, look at that girl, she got a new Louis Vuitton or whatever name brand. And oh, look at this person and look at that person. And you start comparing your life to theirs, and you kind of already feeding your brain. Either you're feeding it this desire to be like someone else, or you're feeding it a desire of failure. Like, man, my life's not that good because I don't live it like them. I don't have that, Mercedes. I don't have that Ferrari or whatever it is that someone else may have. And maybe they're not flaunting it, or maybe, and you don't know if they even own that. You don't know them personally. Don't ever compare your life to someone that you don't know personally like that, ever. I mean, don't ever compare yourself regardless, but for sure, people can play a role. People play a character on social media, and they take pictures with cars that they may be leasing. They take pictures with cars that they may be renting, take pictures with cars that are not even theirs. I mean, it happens. I know people do it with clothing, people do it with jewelry, people do it with a lot of stuff to, maybe that's their way of speaking it into existence, and I'm gonna act like I got it, so I can claim it and whatnot. So I'm not here to judge them, or I don't judge anybody, but I'm saying, I'm speaking to you, the person watching this video. Don't ever compare your life to someone else's. Now, if you want to relate to people, that's different, but don't compare to make yourself feel down. But if you want to compare and be like, that's the kind of life I want. What is he doing, or what is she doing that I'm not doing? Because I want to be able to get to that point. That's good. I could say that that's good, where you're able to visualize something that you want and focus, make that a goal, then give yourself 10 ways of achieving that. It's the same thing, man. But excellence is an attitude, and your attitude matters. So in the morning, when your mind is clear, that's when you meditate. That's when you think, and you start processing what you want in your life. What's the good of your life? You gotta name 10 things that you love and that you appreciate, and 10 things that you not that you don't like about yourself, but 10 things that are hindering you in your life that you can cut out. Whether it's bad food, whether it's bad, habits. There's so many things that I can talk about for me that I don't like, that I do. One thing in particular, sometimes I allow negativity to come into my life and my brain. I'll see something, whether it's someone that's driving, and I'm like, wow, man, like I notice the bad, right? Sometimes, and I'm getting better at it, because I take a deep breath, and that has nothing to do with me. That person is doing what they're doing, and maybe they're doing the best that they know, so that's what they're doing. So I'm just gonna let it be. So I can't control that. No matter how mad or how whatever, I'm not gonna control that. So that's one thing that I'm working on myself. But I advise you to write those 10 things down and be realistic, man. A lot of people don't want to face reality. People don't like looking in the mirror and pointing out, like, look, man, it's you versus you, not you versus nobody else out there. It's you versus you. Your parents, it's not your parents' fault. It's not your grandparents' fault. It's not, you can't live in the past and be like, oh, well, they would have went to college, or they would have started a, savings, or they would have invested, or they would have, don't live in the past, man. Live in the present. Take a deep breath. Understand that you're here for a purpose, and use everything that happens in your life, good or bad, and kind of, you gotta manage your thoughts. You gotta manage your feelings. You gotta manage, your reactions. You gotta, all that stuff, man. You gotta keep tabs on it. And I'm not a very organized person. That's not one of my best traits. That's my wife's trait. Very organized. She's like a filing cabinet, dog. She goes back to dates, and she'll tell you Monday the 18th on this day, this time. I'm like, damn, you're like a robot. But I'm not like that. I'm on the other end of the spectrum. I'm trying to develop better habits of filing, paperwork. I don't like typing, like the sound of the keyboard, that blows my mind, dude. I just don't like the typing sound. So I don't like to type, but I have to get through that because I'm a business owner. I have to type up contracts for my barbers, type up contracts for, whoever I'm hiring, fill in all that information. I got to fill out my tax forms. I got to fill out, all my expenses. I got to, there's a lot of stuff that I got to fill out that I got to do on the computer, and I don't like it, but I got to do it. So those are things that I don't know if y'all are out there like that, but there's things that we got to get through. And those are not big things. It's not big. But to me, I'm just like, it's like pulling teeth, trying to be organized. But I'm telling you, these things that have changed my life, I'm on my journey, and I want to share these things, and hopefully it's going to help you as a barber, as an entrepreneur, as a human being, wherever you're at in your life. I know a lot of people don't want to talk about those things, and I'm just trying to be more vulnerable, trying to be more personal, and how I deal with my situation. Some of y'all may know I grew up in the projects, man. I didn't have no insight on, personal growth. I didn't have no insight on success. I didn't have nothing of that was presented to me. The only thing I wanted to do was survive. If I made it to 18, it was a celebration. Like, by all means, like, that was my biggest thing. Like, am I going to be able to drive one day? Am I going to have a driver's license? Am I going to be able to, make it to C21 to taste the beer, or things like that were on my mind when I was young. A lot of drive-bys, a lot of friends got killed, a lot of stuff happened when I was young, and it was bad. But that happened in the past. I've overcome a lot. I've seen a lot of great things. I've been a lot of places. I've experienced so many great things with barbering. I've committed my life to barbering so long ago. I've been cutting hair since I was 12 years old, when it wasn't cool. There was no YouTube, there was no Instagram, there was no Facebook, MySpace, nothing. I just did it because I was poor. I couldn't go to a barbershop. My mom didn't have money. We had a pair of clippers, and I just went at it. I would do it every other week. Cut my brother's hair, cut my hair, cut his friend's hair, and I would just do it for fun. Never charge nobody. Didn't understand what the hell I was doing, but that's what I started doing that back in 1992, 1991. I used to cut my own hair because I didn't like the way the people cut it at the place. We used to go to some salons or like Rios or something. They would jack my hair up. Like, man, I'm not gonna spend money and jack my hair up. I'd rather just jack my hair up by myself or just cut it all even. And I didn't care, so that's what ended up happening when I was younger. Went through a lot of rough, times when we had crazy haircuts and whatnot. But the point is, I've been holding clippers in my hands for a long time. I didn't take it serious until I was like about 18, 19, where I was like, man, let me learn how to fade better. Let me learn how to do lineups. Let me learn how to perfect these designs. And I mean, I'm 40 years old now. So I've done a lot of the things that people want to do. I've worked for clipper companies. I worked for businesses that promote hair products and different things, vegan. I don't want to go down the list, but I've worked for these companies, right? And they've paid me $500 a day, $1,000 a day to travel. I've done that. I used to cut this person that would pay me $3,000 to go drive to Dallas to go cut his hair, shave his head, do his beard, dye it, and cut his little son's hair. $3,000-$4,000 that he used to pay me to go do that weekly. Did that, traveled, cut athletes, basketball players, rappers, all that. I've experienced a lot, man, and it's been a blessing. So I want y'all to hear from someone that's done it. Don't take information or don't take advice from someone that can't do it. Like, don't do that to yourself, man. Learn from people that have experienced it so they can be like truthful to you. Because I'm telling you, it's not as glamorous as you think when you see, whatever it is. If you want to be a celebrity barber and cut celebrities and travel and just focus on that, I promise you, bro, you're going to have to put in thousands of hours before you're capable of being respected, accepted, and paid to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I wish I could travel around the country to interview a lot of my friends that are very successful, so y'all can hear it from their mouths. Because they might not open up to you because they don't know you, but they'll open up to me because they're my friends and they see that I grind daily, through everything, And honestly, I want to tell you, man, you have to have integrity in your work. You have to have the work ethic daily, man, regardless of what's going on. I'll tell you this, man, my dog passed away yesterday. Love my dog. My dog is like my son. And it's tough, right? But I go through it, and I grieved yesterday, and I grieved this morning and last night, and you become a total wreck, right? But I asked myself, why did this happen? Like, what can I learn from this, or what can I learn from my connection with my dog? And that's how deep I get, and I don't know how y'all perceive life, and if y'all have gotten to that point where you question things, not for the sake of like, oh, I'm mad at God. God has nothing to do with this. Like, as far as like, oh, God killed my dog, or God allowed my dog to die. God is great all the time. I never question God that way. What I question is, how can I apply that to my life to make me stronger, to share it with other people so they can be stronger if they're going through a grieving of losing an animal, or whatever it is, the connection that we have with other things that are not like material things, that are, I want to say, that have spirits, that have value to the earth. You know what I'm saying? So even plants, like some people are connected to plants. I'm not tripping on that. I don't judge anybody, man. If you speak to your plants and you feel like you have that connection, that's you're connected to the earth like that. That's on you, and I support that, as long as you feel like that's what your calling is and whatnot, then that's great. But when I get at is I want to learn myself. What can I learn from this, and how can I pass this on to someone else? How can I use it to strengthen me? How can I use it to strengthen someone else? So I was going through that process last night, like why is this happening? And really it's just knowing that I have to appreciate what we had. Just like we have to appreciate people, we have to appreciate the good and the bad. Death is a part of life. We have a fear of death. A lot of us have a fear of death. And we have to learn daily to accept that it's inevitable. It's going to happen. When it's going to happen, we don't know. Of course, you don't want to be living reckless and that kind of YOLO mentality, but you want to use that as don't turn that fear into shackles of, oh, I'm not going outside. I'm not going to eat this. You got to enjoy life. Don't do that to yourself. What you need to do is use that to say, you know what? I got to make every day count because I'm running out of time. And you got to show love to the people that you do love. Appreciate, have gratitude, all those kind of things, man. You have to apply that into your life. And really, it's about making those choices, right? I want to talk about being excellent. It's your attitude. So you change your attitude in your mind, you change it, and the outlook of things is going to change. You're no longer being tugged at like you have a chain attached to you that limits your movement, that limits your progress, that limits how far you can get in life. And that's what I want to talk about today. In my life, that's what I want to use that and turn it into good. From a tragic, situation that I'm in with, losing my dog like that. I have to appreciate my other dogs, take care of my other dogs, have good times with them. They're my companions, my best friends, and they're loyal, and that's very rare right now. A lot of people don't know what loyalty is. They really move to where whatever makes them happy, and that's all they do. They're consumers of that, and it's tough, man. So I want people to understand that when you find loyalty, hold on to it tight. Hold on to it tight. Appreciate it, man, because it's tough. It's tough to find it, and my dogs give me that, and that's why I value them so much, and I love them so much. But in life, man, I want y'all to know that it's a choice. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that needs to happen will happen, and you gotta learn to accept the good and the bad. In our life, people are gonna love you, people are gonna use you, people are gonna inspire you, people are gonna let you down. But it's all about attitude and controlling your thoughts. Don't let your anger go too far, and don't let your love for someone go too far to where you hurt yourself and put yourself in a bad position because you love this person so much. You got to take care of you. You got to protect your heart. You got to protect your mind. You got to protect your vision, because not everybody's gonna protect your best interest at all times. And I wish I had a best friend that would always, hey man, don't talk about my homeboy, but he's not here to defend himself. I don't have that kind of, not that I don't have friends that are like that, but what I'm saying is I don't have that beside me at all times. Because people are people. We're all broken in some way, and so it makes it tough. But what I want you to know is that you yourself have the power to make a difference for yourself and for others, but you got to take care of you. You got to make sure you control that. And I really want to just, encourage you to do things daily to protect yourself, and really don't get lost in social media, man. I'm telling y'all, man, don't get lost in social media. Social media is a tool, but it can also become a weapon. It could also, the same way it can build an empire, it can destroy one, because we're so busy comparing ourselves to other people's lives and, oh, look at this person and look at that person. And I honestly, what makes me sad about social media is like the trends. All I see is that's another form of being a clone. Not anyone in particular, I'm not trying to talk down, but that's the way I see it, because I see the same type of girl, the same kind of, vibe, the same kind of like, look at me, and it's just doing the same trends. I'm like, I what happened to being original and being organic and a lot of people are not happy with themselves, so they're like, well, I gotta act like this person or like this trend in order for people to like me and follow me and get attention or whatever it may be. So me personally, I would discourage you from doing that. Be yourself, man, and you know, the one thing that matters is God watching what you're doing, and is God appreciating. And that's what, at the end of the day, man, that's what it is. That's the way I live my life. I do the right thing because it's the right thing to do, but at the end of the day, I do it because it pleases God. And I have to do that daily because I have a lot of bad habits that I don't even know. Subconsciously, I may think things are okay because it's not against the law, but the law of the land is not the law of God. So I have to think that way, and it's a struggle daily. Is it okay to cuss? Is it okay to do this? Is it okay to do that? Like, those things are what I have to struggle with myself. I don't think it's okay to cuss, but words, right? What are words? Some people say they're spells. So whatever you speak and whatever you talk about, you're speaking it into existence, or either you're giving something power, or you're taking power away, or whatever. You're feeding into something when you're using your words. So they say be careful with your words. You know, your tongue is the most poisonous part of your body because what you put out, you can't take back. So you have to be aware of that, and I believe in that. I believe that we have to mentally be aware of the decisions, the words, the actions, and all that. So I really just want to share that with y'all guys. I want to inspire y'all to just be more aware, choose to be excellent, choose to be positive, and you have to stay away from people that are not helping you reach your goals. Control your emotions. I'm gonna have to say that daily. Control your emotions, man, because anger, bitterness, like all the negativity can really ruin your life so quickly. It's like it's just a matter of seconds. If you're not training yourself properly how to control your emotions, then yeah, man, in a split second you can lose it all, and it sucks because that's happened to me. You know, not that I lost it all, but I make decisions that I could have, and I thank God that He had mercy on me, and that these things didn't happen, that I didn't, you know, kill anybody, that I didn't fight, you know, somebody, or I didn't react to something and do what my intuition said, like, oh, get mad, hit them, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you know what, man? That person hit my car, they took off. I'm not going to chase them. I'm just going to sit here and take the loss, because I'm not afraid of what they did to me. I'm afraid of what I'm going to do to them. No longer am I going to be an owner. No longer am I going to be this barber. No longer am I going to be on my journey. Now I'm going to veer off into this other part of, you know, learning it the hard way. I'm not trying to learn it the hard way like that, man. It's hard enough. Life is hard enough already. So I want you to just, you know, if anything, man, and you have to choose to be excellent. You have to have habits. Sleep well, eat good, wake up early, have your mission, you know, organize yourself daily, reflect on who you are and what you want to become, and where you're at right now, bro. In 5 months, you should be away from where it's at, further into your journey. In a year, you want to be further away from your journey. And it's a daily thing, man. Some days you're moving in, some days you move a mile, just depending on how committed you are. And life circumstances, things happen that you have no control over, and how you respond to them, your attitude is a big factor. So I just wanted to share that, man, and I'm letting y'all know that I'm the real deal. I have problems just like everyone else. How I deal with them, how do I respond to them, and my character is I want to help people, and this is one of the ways that I feel like I can make a difference. Gotta, you know, I'm working on controlling my emotions. I'm working on being a better person, and this is one of, you know, this is therapeutic to me as well. But also it makes sense to share it because I want people to know out there, like, hey, man, yes, I'm a talented artist. Yes, I love doing things, and I just cannot commit to that right now because I'm on a mission to open up my barber college. I'm on a mission to restore people. I'm on a mission to give back. I'm on a mission to, you know, all the money that I lost during COVID, all the money that I lost when I lost my other barber shop because of a bad business deal. Like, I've taken a lot of losses, and like I said, don't get bitter, get better. I'm working on getting better daily, man, and I hope you are too. Things are gonna happen. Things are gonna happen out in life, but don't be bitter about it, man, and don't be down on yourself. And if you have to grieve, man. Cry it out. It's okay to cry if you're a man. Don't worry about it. You know, it happens. But pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep pushing forward, man, because life doesn't stop, time doesn't stop, and you shouldn't either, man, until your last breath. You know, you may get tired, you may slow down, you may take a little break, but don't quit. Don't quit, man. If you have a dream, hold on to it. Work for it. You know, I just want to show y'all guys love out there. Whoever it is, I don't care where you're at. You know, what country you're in, what city, you can make a difference, man. And like I said, I grew up in the projects, dog, and I've been all over, you know, the United States. I've been out, you know, to Mexico. I've been to Canada. I've been to Costa Rica. I've done a lot, man. And some people don't care. I really don't. Really, like the accolades, all that stuff don't matter to me. My kids can't live off of that. But what I can do is inspire people to say that you can do it too. You can do it too, man. You can really travel the world if you like, if you put your mind to it and you put the time in. I promise you. But it's a commitment. One book that I wanna, before I sign off, you know, I'm not paid to do this, but one book that I would highly encourage y'all guys to read is the Book of Mastery, and it's by Robert Greene. That's a strong book. It tells you 10,000 hours it takes to master any skill. 10,000 hours. That's 3-4 years of your life, you know, depending on how much you commit to it, that it's going to take you. So if you're a barber and you're in your second year and implementing, you know, the things that I'm asking you to do, you know, commit to it daily, then yeah, man, you can become a master barber within 4 or 5 years, man. Like, but you have to commit daily, and it's either one day it's gonna happen, or you can say, you know what, today's day number 1 of my journey to be a master barber. And I promise you, man, you put out good into this earth, and you're gonna get good back. Bad things may happen, but you gotta learn to turn that and say, you know what, it's not bad. The circumstances don't look good, but I'm gonna use it, twist it, turn it, and it's gonna mold me to be a better person. And that's how you have to do, man. You have to. What does it say? A good offense is a good defense, or a good defense is a good offense. Either way, you're gonna have to turn the negative into positive, man, all the time. And if you do that, I promise you're gonna come out on top. You're gonna do better, and you're also gonna be able to pass it forward to other people and make a difference in other people's life, whether it's your family or whether it's just people that you love, man. And that's what life is. Life is beautiful. Good and bad, life is beautiful, man. And we got to hold on to the good. But when bad comes, we got to learn to twist it and use it to pull us forward, man, and move forward and push through it. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Hopefully it made a difference and impact on somebody. I know it's a lot longer than I usually talk, but it's just real serious, man. I do care about people. That's just in my nature. And I love giving back, and I like making a difference. Not everybody complies, not everybody follows, but we all fall short. We're all broken. But if we make a decision daily to do better and hold ourselves accountable, I think a lot of us would be better off, man. So, all right, man. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay faded.